Hechin lama chi pa kanye tsuku ji chang chân thang in bên wa na yom yang dong ke la mi cha te so to per ga wa rang ge se hong ne gong per ma she per xia wang in bei yong wa na yong chen bei la mi cha te so nhìn nè khi la như sương dần bề vào cha chi chết ta sẽ chẳng trong ba năm tự nhiên mê chế la mi cha te so yang da ke ton la ni shi jiang jian zhen jie den zhen me ki shi ton la mong ba la yong gen qian qian la mi xia de so jin zhan nan ke can ye jian tam jian de da ye me ji da dong lo mi gang zi la yong zuo sang ji ji jia de so.
Thank you. So now we're going to do the opening prayer. Oh, Mother Sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, all starters who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and damnation. May they experience happiness, be separate from suffering, and save their way, establish them in the state of answer path, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. Oh, Mother Sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, all starters who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and damnation. May they experience happiness, be separate from suffering, and save their way, establish them in the state of answer path, perfect, and complete, precious Buddhahood. Dala danwar zebeda, no bar zebege, tarba dan dam jen jembe barade ju bara zeba dam je zo zebe, mananga da nyambe zemje dam je dewa dan de, dongar dan nyorda lana meba, yanda bara zobe sanjur moje do barza. Thus under I achieving enlightenment, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and the mind. Until death, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and the mind. From now until this time tomorrow, perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and the mind. We take refuge in the Khandaru Lama and the lineage Lama. We take refuge in the deity of the mandalas of the Yadams. We take refuge in all the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sanghas. We take refuge in all the noble Rakas, Dakinis, and the Dhamma gardens, possessors of the eye of wisdom. Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma and likewise in the example of the Bodhisattvas. As the previous Buddhas invested in enlightened mind and the progress on the Bodhisattva's path, are true for the benefit of all sentient beings, giving birth to bodhicitta, and apply myself to complete stage of the path. In the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached by the merit of Janarasta and other good deeds. May I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. May all mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering, the causes of suffering. May they never be separate from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. So now we go to page 10a. The ground is sprinkling with scented water and strewn with flowers. It is adorned with Meru, the spring mountain, the four continents, and the sun and the moon. As a Buddha feel out for it, may all sentient beings attain the happiness as a Buddha feels. To the lamas possess three kayas, I offer the altar in the sacred offerings. With my body, with and all that is visible, please grant me the supreme realization enlightenment. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying, for the sake of the enlightenment of all sentient beings, all this I dedicate. Om Guru Namendra Lapunza Manga Samandra Savarana Samaye Aum. I call refuge on the name of the Lord. Your fame provides the 3,000 words. You are the victor, Vajradhara, widow adored. I bow at the feet of Father Jigti Sungun. Continual attain of no one but you. Compassionate one, grant your blessings, dispel the darkness that surrounds my heart. Please bless me so that I can realize the unlimited nature of my mind. Please turn the way of the Dharma, of the two worlds and their combination according to the disposition and likewise the mental capacity of a sentient being. So now we go to the Manjushri. Page 32. Long press to Manjushri. His wisdom is brilliant like the sun, free of the clouds of the two worlds, and the perceived the step of knowledge in the true nature. For the reason the horse the wisdom takes at his heart, he has a compassion for all beings who suffer from the darkness of ignorance in the prison of samsara. As a father for an only son, like a thundercloud, he awakened those who are sleeping in ignorance and losing the charm of karma through the 6 branches of Haramani's speech. He wears the wisdom silver to cut the saddling of suffering and to dispel the darkness of confusion. In the Bodhisattva form, he is pure from beginningless time, fully accomplished in the 10 levels, and perfect in the body of all knowledge. I supplicate you, Manjushri, adorned by the 112 sons of Buddha, to dispel darkness of my ignorance. Arabazanade, Om Arabazanade, Om Arabazanade, Om Arabazanade, Om Arabazanade, Om Wangishoram, Om Wangishoram, Om Wangishoram. Omwangesho you who are the perfect, youthful body, those flame of wisdom blesses, and dispel the darkness of worldly ignorance. I post it before you and press you, Manjushri. Thank you. So now we finish opening prayer. Is going into the teaching. So voice okay, right? Can you hear? Yeah. Everybody to connect with that thing. Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So now we're going into the teaching stage of meditation, awakening the mind. Awakening the mind. So this is introduction, main body of the text, conclusion. So we finished the introduction, and then main body text. We finish how to meditate in the four thoughts. Turn the mind. So then also we finish how to meditate in love, how to meditate on compassion. We finish that. Today we are how to meditate in bodhicitta. So how to meditate in bodhicitta. So then this one has preparation and this follow the actually 3 different levels. So now we preparation is finished, and take the vowels also yesterday finished. So now it's action bodhicitta in the engaging bodhicitta. So follow the 6 perfections. So we finish the first one, 6 perfection, generosity is we finish. So today is page 42, the book. The second 6 perfection. So the next perfection is moral ethics. Yeah, so we are there yesterday, we stopped there. This moral ethics followed by 3 different things here. So you know the 3 difference, then you understand what means moral ethics. Ethics is defined as the practice of abstaining from causing harm or suffering to others through one's 3 doors: body, speech, and mind. So that is the first. The first is we have to stop the no harming for other beings. So this very similar in the same, actually the Buddha talk about the Dikpachiyam Mazashing means like no harming for other beings, no create, no virtuous deeds. Dikpachiyam given principles about create virtuous deeds, subdue our own mind, benefit for others. So this exactly follow that way, and this moral ethic also followed by Vinayana, the Hinayana tradition, Mahayana tradition, Vajrayana tradition, 3 different levels. So first one is Hinayana level, usually no harming for other beings. So if we don't stop harming for other beings, then we cannot create virtuous deeds. So first step is we no harming for other beings. Yeah, so that's the first. We have to do practice first. And then that's why here is the next perfection is moral ethics. So ethics is defined as the practice of abstaining from causing harm or suffering to others. So harming for others, where does it come from? Through one's three doors. So three doors is body, speech, and mind. So usually we create no virtuous deeds. No virtuous deed means harming for other beings. Where is the harming from other beings come from? Through the body, through the speech, through the mind. So mind is the principle. So also this followed by a little bit different, you know, Vinayana, Hinayana tradition, body is more important than the speech, the mind. Mahayana say mind is more important than the body. So many these dear babies running here. They just in the area. Okay, so the recognize a little bit different. The Hinayana tradition means like first step beginner practitioner. Body is more important. Mind. So Mahayana say mind is more important means like when we are become practitioner, so mind is most important. So that's the little bit difference. Can you hear or no?
But now you're gone.
Sorry, it's my internet go away. Okay, so no, the body is important, mind is important means like Hinayana say when it's talk about the non-virtuous deed, it's like killing is first, you know, that means that's a body. And Mahayana, of course, always talk about the mind is principle. So they little bit follow different ways, but doesn't matter which way is okay. And the main important is like non-virtuous deeds means like harming for other beings, harming for other beings. Okay, so no, I'm joining the form is better. So harming for other beings through the one's three doors, body, speech, and mind. So the most important is just like first we have to stop harming for other beings. Then second, that is actually moral ethics, the first one. So second is bringing forth virtuous qualities in the dharmas where they have not arising before, maintaining what virtuous qualities have already been cultivated without letting them deteriorate and increasing these virtuous qualities as well. So that's the second level. When we stop harming for other beings, then second most important is bring forth virtuous qualities and dharma. So where arising before, Means this one you have to think about in the like two different ways, like thinking about our own self. If our mind not arise Dharma in our mind, bring Dharma into our mind, the focus inner level way. So outer level thinking about where is the no Dharma place. So we create like kind of a condition. People came into the kind of like create a condition, come into the Dharma, like create a Dharma center, create the teachings. So that helps for many other beings who don't have a Dharma. So we bring Dharma into that place. So that's like we auto level we focusing, bring the teacher and create the Dharma teaching, create the Dharma centers. So that's the auto level, bring the Dharma. Inner level, so like we have to bring Dharma is our own mind into our mind. So that's we have to think this one, bring forth virtuous quality and the Dharma where they have not arising before. So Dharma is not arising before our mind. So now we have to bring Dharma into our mind. And where is the no Dharma, we bring to that place too. Maintaining what virtuous qualities have already. So then secondly, we have to maintaining, so auto level, we have Dharma centers, we have maintaining Dharma centers. Inner level, we thinking is like, we already has practicing Dharma, so we maintaining that practice, our practice, not going to lost. So keep going practice, put effort. Whatever difficulty, hardship comes, no stop, not going to lose practice Dharma. And what we did is maintaining, practice maintaining. If you don't meditate, maintaining your meditate. If you doing something like generosity happen for others, so maintaining that practice. Actually, this talk about right now 6 perfections. We're maintaining 6 perfection practice. Whatever we're doing right, so we're maintaining that practice continually, not stop. So that's we have to understand. And then where is this 6 perfection Dharma, which like auto level, not which some place, not Dharma. If we have ability to bring Dharma to that place, we bring Dharma to that place, make conditions for other people and into the Dharma. So then also we already did that something, maintaining, right now is like thinking about the Dharma center, like we maintaining, that is like we provide a condition for Dharma for everyone. So many people not connect with the Dharma. So then they need something auto level, connect with the first Dharma. So then Dharma center, meditation center is the first, because people can connect with their, auto level. Then we can bring into Dharma their own mind too. We can have for others. So where they have no arising before, maintaining what virtuous quality have already been, then cultivate without letting them deteriorate and increasing. So then not only maintaining, we try to increasing. So if Dharma center, we already established it, not only maintaining, we try increasing. So maybe increasing programs, helping for more others, more providing something, teaching and connect with other people. And then of course, like increasing, like what we doing practice right now is not only maintaining that, we have to increasing our practice. So the virtuous Dharma, if not rise in our mind, we bring Dharma into our mind. We practice the Dharma, so maintaining that. And not only maintaining, we increasing our practice. So these 3 levels going up letting so then quality asked where from that, then third one is what most important. First one is no harming for other beings. Second one is bring the virtuous deeds. Third one is benefit for others. From that vantage point, one's mind is directed towards accomplishing the benefit of sentient beings as much as one is able. So third moral ethic is from that vantage point, one's mind is directed towards accomplishing benefit of sentient beings. So we try to help for other beings, not only like maintaining our practice. So this like you can think about individually our own situation, you can think about our organization situations. Just either way is like we understand different ways like have to practice this moral ethics. Our own way is like harming for others, bring Dharma into our mind, and maintaining that, increasing our practice. And at the same time, not only practice ourselves, we help for other beings. Then focus for more other beings into the Dharma. Bring into this six parameter. So that is the moral ethics. Three things most important: stop no harming for other beings, bring virtuous deeds, benefit for others. So then, third, the perfection. The next perfection is patience. This is the third, number third. First is jhana rasti, second is moral ethic, third one is patience. So patience is defined as forbearing antagonism from others and all discomfort or hardship that occur when one is practice pure dharma. So patience actually different ways we have to understand. It's defined as forbearing antagonism from others and or discomfort or hardship that occur when one's practice dharma means that already talked two things. First one, someone makes it hard, us, difficult for us. So we have to meditate, practice patience for that person. So that is like patience is defined as forbearing antagonism from others. So then that's we can think like more generally. Actually does lots things, worldly activities. So people can make this difficult to us through the body, speech, mind, whatever the harming for us, and we meditate, practice. So patience define as forbearing antagonism from others. It's not easy, but it's very powerful meditation. The patience is a very powerful practice, meditation. So if who can practice this patient meditation, that person mind is always peace. So we regular beings lose our peace and happiness. The reason is because always dealing with other beings. Dealing with other beings, and you hear the harsh words. You can hear the unpleasant words. that words easily distracting and create unhappy. Then of course, like what we wanted to do something, someone stop that. Some people can make obstacle for that. So that kind of reasons, so many obstacles, you know. So people can create this, you know, make happy, unpleasant for our mind. So if we create a passion for them, and then we can have, we never lost our mind, peace and happy. So also the practice of passion is very performed, actually very benefit, because transforming, anger is transforming, purifying the realms karma too, purifying our karma. When someone makes it difficult for us, if we can practice patience, so that purify lots karma. Patient practice is more powerful than we talk about how to meditate the love, how to meditate the compassion. So the how to meditate the love is like positive way we thinking about other beings, used to our parents, recognize their kindness, and use that, bring our love for others easy. And compassion also, we recognize all these mother beings, used to our parents, mothers, know they are suffering in samsara. So we recognize their suffering and we wish them free from suffering. That practice is a little bit easier than practice patience, because patience is like someone really going to like make difficult for us and directly, you know, and disturbing our mind. So then when people does that for us, we have to practice patience. And here says patience is defined as forbearing antagonism from others. It's very hard to practice. Bodhisattvas also easy. Regular people, hard, this level. So generosity, morality is a little bit easier than patience. So this six perfection is like easy is first, you know. Then second is more harder. Second is more harder. Like up is harder, and the practice also more harder and harder. Actually, Buddha said first three practice is for lay people. Last three is for monastics. Kind of that way, and this teaching is giving. And then when you do the generosity, comparing to moral ethic, so you have picked up one, you can do only one, you cannot do both. So which is you going to pick up? That's it, pick up moral ethic. Chung Sartachemata means like the first reason, don't give up second. Second is like, you know, a little bit more perform. Is second is a thing about moral ethics. Then we think about moral ethics comparing to this patience. First, moral ethic, that reason, don't give up patience. So patience is more important than the moral ethics. Actually, you practice patience, moral ethics already in there. So that's the reason moral patience is more harder and difficult to practice, but it's more powerful benefit us, purify our karma. Take patience, purify whole harem karma. That's the reason Buddha said it's no virtuous, anger is worse one. Anger is worst no virtuous deed. The practice of Dharma most performed is practice patience, because patient practice is antidote to our anger. So anger destroy our own happiness. We can destroy others beings' happiness too. Anger destroyed. So people who can practice patience, then they don't lose their own happiness, and also they can benefit others. We don't take others' benefit too. So then practice patience is so many different methods, how to practice that. One is like use bodhicitta. One is use compassion. One is use love. We already talked this three. So that's all method, practice patience, maintaining patience. How to meditate love, how to meditate compassion, how to meditate bodhicitta. So these three of them is actually maintaining practice patience. So different ways, patience is directly talking about our anger, like directly. So we say don't lose our patience. So then the love compassion meditation is like talking about kind of like positive way, positive. So that's we have to think about all this practice. Actually, practice means like love, compassion, bodhicitta, all benefit practice patience. Long as you have meditated love, compassion, bodhicitta, then your patience is there. So if we don't have that practice, we cannot practice patience too. So then, of course, it's more detail is in the way of Bodhisattva. One chapter, whole thing is talk about patience. So Bodhisattva, patient object very hard to find. For them, it's a treasure. So our regular beings, patient object is very easy. Because we also have emotions, We always like, even we don't want to disturb other beings' mind, but not mindfully and without awareness, what we say, we do something, just like sometimes like disturbing others' mind too. So that's the reason we really have to care for and talk about something in the public, gathering people time and what we saying things, So that is we have to really watch our mind and the speech and with awareness, mindful. Sometimes like you don't want to do disturbing other people's mind, not intentionally, but without mindful. Sometimes without our awareness, we're doing some things. So then that also affected other people's mind. That's we have to care for because we are practitioner. We practicing Dharma. Of course, we don't mostly practitioner Dharma don't have intentionally wanted to harm for other beings, other people's mind. I wanted to disturbing other people's mind, but we not mindful, and sometimes we talk, sometimes we do something is that disturbing other people's mind too. So we need awareness with mindful. Okay. So then third, not third, the third, of course, the patient is the third. So then patient practice first is that. So second one is in all discomfort or hardship that occur, then one is practicing pure Dharma. So this is the third. Third means third second. So discomfort or hardship that occur who one is practice pure Dharma. So we have to, kind of like we have to forbearing for practice Dharma. So that is the more powerful practice actually. If someone really, make us difficulty with meditate passion for them, or when you does a Dharma practice, you do more hardship for that, which is more benefit. Is practice more hardship, that practice passion is more powerful. Then, comparing to someone, disturbing our mind, we practice patience. And that comparing to when we practice Dharma, we get difficult hardship. So we bear through that. That is more powerful than practice patience for others. Then, when we practice Dharma, so we needed to go through hardships. Today, you also have a practice that too, patience, because sometimes teaching is very long, and you can be tired, but you put more effort. So that's also practice patience. And when I share the teaching, so my English is not good, and when I talk, sometimes not clear for you. But then that's also you try to understand clearly, and your intention. So that's also your practice patience too. And then when you sit, and like sometimes you get pain in your legs, and you tire your body. So many things going on. So that's all your practice patience. Maybe you wanted to go to get tea or something. That's you don't want to do that because you want to focus for listening teaching. So that's also your practice Dharma patience. It's a hardship, putting hardship for practice Dharma. And then many people, like walking, every day, and the Saturday, Sunday is like off day, but then that they put, effort for practice Dharma. That time is like not doing like some other worldly activities. You can go all the many park outside, beautiful places, summer, you can hang out somewhere with the families, enjoy something, many things. So you give up that. That's all is your practice patience. That's we have to know different or hardship that occur when one is practicing pure Dharma. So practice patience when you're listening, teaching has very high level practice patience. So of course, usually we practice patience many different ways, but this is the one of the highest level practice Dharma hardship, that occur. And then this section, you have to think about all the Kagyu tradition, this Naropa, Marpa Law, Salarepa, what they did, all the hardships. All these spiritual teachers, they put hardship for practice Dharma. So they practice patience. And they give up everything, their own benefits, all is for put hardship, difficulty, for whatever difficulty they bear through that and practice Dharma. So they did practice patience that way. So that's the reason there's benefit so many other beings. So that's when you listening teaching, you have a practice patience there too. And then of course, like we have a practice moral ethic too. Moral ethic when you listening Dharma teaching. So see you with no harming for anyone. We we put our body, speech, mind is in the Dharma. And then we try to increasing our practice. And we wish all these teachings and practices benefit for others. When you listening teaching, you have moral ethics too. Then generosity is of course there because of term generosity. Your body, speech, mind, all generosity put in the effort for Dharma. So we chant the mandala offerings and mentally offering this our body, speech, mind, everything is like offering to Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. So that's all is like generosity part. It's there. So that's the reason. Actually, when you listening Dharma teaching, we're putting all this practicing 6 perfections together. So you don't have to think about, no, I'm listening teaching, I'm not doing practice 6 paramita. So 6 paramita, right now, you practicing. Then patience also refer to the mind that is able to handle the meaning of dharmata, autonomic truth, without shrinking away in fear. So that is the highest level. Someone sharing you like talk about emptiness. So then mind is not shaking. If you can handle that, so that is the meaning of dharmata, autonomic truth, without shrinking away in fear. No fears. That is the highest level participation. So our mind, handle the meaning of dharmata means like meaning of the absolute truth. Relative truth, you can hear that easy, but absolute truth is very hard to handle that because everything is beyond our capacity. That's the reason many people hard to think about absolute truth. They give up. So who can handle the meaning of dharmata, absolute truth? So then that is the highest level participation. And then of course, people who accept religion, that also their passion. So many people don't want accept religion. So there are also don't have a passion too. Then who come into the Dharma center, that person has passion. So they also practice the meaning of dharmata. It's not absolute truth, but accept already relatively true, relative dharma, who come into the step to into the Dharma center, who come into the listening teaching, who wanted to know the Buddha's teaching. So that's also participation too. We already have that because we are into the Buddha's teaching means without the passion, without the courage, not into the Dharma. So that is like another is like our accumulation merit. Due to our accumulation merit, we have accumulation merit, and we have a connect with the karma. That's why into the Dharma. So that accumulation merit help for us, and first level practice patient is we are into Dharma and accept that. So many people don't have that patience. So then someone into the Dharma, but they want to only hear very sudden things. They don't want it to really go into that much, like that makes their boundaries. And they also like still not opening the mind and not enough patience into that. So no, we have that patience and practice. No, what we need is the mind that is able to handle the meaning of dharmata, autonomic truth. So someone say, you are no exist, everything is no exist, or is emptiness. So you accept that, it's also your passion. You can handle that. And Chandrakirti, what he says, who hear emptiness of wisdom, this world, some people may have like kind of a feeling arise. Feeling is like kind of, really positive feeling arise. And some people hear this emptiness teaching, they're like hears like small body has very small hairs, that's also become waking up, body gets senses, and the mind also gets some feelings. So that means, like Chandrakirti said, that person has definitely previous life have connect with the emptiness teaching. So that person is the, you know, uh, the disciple, or like, you know, to share to like this teaching, like for someone, like someone wanted to share the teaching emptiness, which kind of like disciple, you know, person, student. So Chandrakirti say, who has that kind of feelings, then that person is the right person to share the emptiness teaching. So if we don't have that, but even we have a doubt about emptiness. So Nagarjuna say, who has a doubt about emptiness? That person also have already destroy, like kind of like causes of samsara. Like that person has the ability to liberate future lifetimes. Even who heard emptiness, they even they dropped about that, you know. So that's kind of like emptiness teaching, absolute teaching is very powerful. Not most people can handle that without actually accumulation merit. One is due to accumulation merit. So that's the reason before actually we share the perfection of wisdom, uh, before that we all create accumulation merit. We have to follow by so many, you know, practice, preliminary practice. Why we doing this preliminary practice? Why we doing so much accumulation merit create? Because when you going to share the perfection of wisdom, that person can handle that teaching. So the teaching perfection of wisdom, not many people can handle, and some people scared and nervous, they give up. So that's also have stories when Buddha share perfection of wisdom teaching, and many the regular, you know, low waker disciple close to the ears. They don't want to hear that because they want to hear everything is exists. What I did is virtuous deed. You know, follow the, like say, okay, you did a good job. You did a good virtuous deeds. You meditate is perfect. Your practice is very good. Buddha is there. You know, Hair Rams is there. You can liberate there. So like that kind of wanted to hear. But then when you talk about emptiness, you know, so no Buddha and no samsaric beings, no nirvana, no samsara, no dharma, no virtuous deeds, you know. So when you hear that, it's not, most people cannot handle that. Yeah, so that's the reason who can handle this, you know, able to handle the meaning of a dharma, the ultimate truth, without shrink away in fear. So that is the highest level participation. Uh, Forbearing. Okay. So now, number 4, the next perfection is diligence or zeal. So diligent practice and patience is very similar. Patient practice, diligent practice is very similar. Especially this the number 4, diligent. Diligent is a very similar, like it's a discomfort or discomfort or hardship that occur when one is practice pure dharma. So that in the which already shared participation, that and here is diligent is the same thing. Just, you know, same meaning, kind of same meaning. We practice the dharma. We need, you know, put effort. Whatever hardship, difficulty comes, bear through that, you know, and handle that. And then in here is a different aspect, is like happy and joy. So That is called joyful effort. Joyful effort. Joyful effort, passion, practice is very similar, but difference is like when we doing things like this fourth is like joy and put effort. This refers to having enthusiasm and joyful, persevering in Dharma. So this joyful effort is not for worldly activities, okay? This joyful effort is practice for Dharma, for spiritual things. Otherwise, worldly people have so much effort. Also, some people have really joy for doing no virtuous deeds too. You know, their joy for, you know, harming for others too. Many people has that because due to their own obscurations. And this one you have to know what means joyful effort. Diligent means like joyfully persevering in Dharma. Okay, and put effort, practice these 6 perfections, joyfully doing things. So this joyful effort is helps all these 6 parameters. Joyful effort with the generosity, joyful effort with moral ethics, joyful effort with patience, joyful effort with meditate, you know, meditate stability, and joyful effort with perfection of wisdom. So joyful effort is follow all these 6 parameters. Then usually we talk about true accumulation merit. So accumulation merit with wisdom, generosity, moral ethics, patience. This 3 is part of our accumulation merit. Then number 5 is meditative stability. Number 6 is perfection of wisdom. So this 2 is accumulation with wisdom. Joyful effort is helps both. Joyful effort goes both, you know. Both need joyful effort. So now you think about understand, we usually talk about true accumulation merit. True accumulation merit is all is in this 6 perfection. When Buddha shared 84,000 Dharma teachings, all is subsumed into these 6 perfections. We practice these 6 perfections, we practice all the Buddha's teachings. All the Buddha's teaching is subsumed into 6 perfections. So then each practice we have to bring into 6 parameter, 6 perfections. So today, example, you listening teaching, you also have these 6 perfections in the listening teaching. So when you does generosity, so then that practice, you also have to bring these 6 perfections into that. So then, to do some sort of, it's 36. Sometimes we say 36 perfections. What means 36 perfections? Generosity, moral ethics, generosity, patience, generosity, joyful effort, generosity, concentration, meditate, generosity with wisdom. So then generosity, moral ethics, generosity, moral ethic with generosity, moral ethic with patience. So all this, each one has 6 perfections. When we practice Dharma, we have to bring into these 6 perfections each practice. So now sharing the teaching, this 6 perfection is separate one by one, but actually when we practice this 6 perfection, each practice we have to bring into this 6 perfection together. Then also we talk about Vajrayana, and we does mantras. Say Om Mane Padme Hum. That's also 6 perfections, the 6 syllable. Its meaning is 6 perfections. 6 perfections. So 6 perfection is introduced to our 6 different kind of emotions. So we have 6 different kind of emotions that lead us into samsara because 6 different realms. We practice these 6 perfections and free from these 6 realms, purify 6 realms karma. 6 perfection is introduced to 6 different emotions. So then what is origination of suffering? 6 different kind of emotions. What is the path? 6 perfection. 6 perfection is path is introduced to origination of suffering. So then think about the 4 noble truths. So 4 noble truths also followed by 6 parameters. 6 parameter. 6 parameter is path. Result is nirvana, cessation. It's Buddhahood. And the 6 parameter is path introduced to origination of suffering. So purify origination of suffering. Naturally, this result, the result is samsara, suffering is gone. You know. So all dharma is like think into the 6 parameters. Without the 6 perfections, no any dharma there. All dharma is into the 6 perfections. So no, we diligence or there. This refers to having enthusiasm and joyfully severing in dharma. Especially when we do the practice of dharma, always need joyfully, happy to do that. If you don't have that enthusiasm, then your practice is not really going to affect you that much. You need enthusiasm, happy to do that, joyfully to doing these things, practice. First, of course, you have to recognize benefit, then you have enthusiasm comes. Happy to do effortfully. That is a joyful effort. So then, number 5 is meditative stability is the 5th perfection. Number 5 is meditation. So what means meditation? Think about it. Actually, all practice dharma is meditation too. So you listening, pay attention, that also meditation too. Meditation means your mind is not follow the thoughts, not follow the past, not follow the future thoughts. You pay attention the spiritual dharma. That all is meditation. You chant the prayer, your minds be with it together, chanting. That also meditation. Of course, then you read the book and you understanding mind is there. Long as your mind is there, you understanding when you read the book. That's also meditation. And now you listening teaching. So you have to pay attention. If you don't pay attention, you cannot hear. You don't understand. Your minds go somewhere else. You don't understand. So that's the reason. Like when you listen to teaching, you have to pay attention. That is the meditation. That meditation is very performed, very high level meditation. Actually, someone shared the teaching. You pay attention, listening. That is meditation. So, and then of course, like we have different kind of meditation. So this whole book is like talk about the meditation, how to meditate for thoughts, how to meditate love, how to meditate compassion, how to meditate bodhicitta. No, like in the bodhicitta is how to meditate the 6 parameters. So all is meditation. All practice dharma is part of meditation. Actually, all is meditation. So then sometimes like meditation is referring to the specifically resting mind. So same is like, we talk about the 6 bardos. 6 bardo is all cyclic existence, 6 bardo. But then sometimes we specifically 6 pardo means intermediate state. Pardo means. So like that. Sometimes meditation means like we rest in mind and shamatha vipassana. So that's usually the people think meditation. But actually, all this practice is meditation. So long as your mind stop worldly activity, your mind is into the spiritual, then whatever you're doing, reading, listening, contemplate, meditate, chanting, prayers, whatever you does, all is meditation. So no, the sixth, the last one, the sixth perfection, the perfection of wisdom, refers to recognition of the absolute nature of reality just as it is. So this sixth one is absolute truth, referring to absolute truth. And this philosophy books, the Buddhist philosophy books, come from this 17 Pentata, Nalanda scholars come from them and all these commentaries. Usually all books followed by mostly is this 6 paramita. They talk about generosity a little bit. They talk about a little bit morality and patience, joyful effort, and meditation. But mostly this philosophy, especially Mayamika, is focused for this last one. The last one is mostly hardest part. The perfection of wisdom is because it's beyond our capacity, beyond our perceptions. So talking about absolute truth, not talking about relative truth. So right now, we are in the relative truth. We are not in the absolute truth. So what do you see the form? What do you hear the songs? When you eat the food and the taste, when you eat something, put smell into your nose, all the taste of the tongues, whatever with these 5 senses follow the relative truth. We recognize this relative truth. So absolute truth is like more beyond that. This 5 senses is not absolute truth. Whatever we're receiving, these 5 senses, receiving this object is not truth. It's not truth. It's fake, actually. That's why Tibetan called Kingzop Denpa means. Kingzop means it's fake. No truth. If it is truth, then Buddha he don't have to share any dharma because your eyes see the truth. Then no one needed to say anything. You see already the truth. Your ear can hear the truth. Then you don't have, no one have to say telling to you your ear is not wrong because already you hear the truth. So think that way. These 5 senses object right now what we have, we receive and recognize is not truth. It's always fake. Then what is truth? More beyond that. Who recognizes that? Buddha recognizes that. That's why Buddha share all these Dharma teachings. So if we wanted to recognize that, that's the reason we have to create accumulation merit. Without these other perfections, you cannot understand, get into the wisdom of perfection. So other 5 perfection, 5 perfection is, actually helping for recognize, and 6 like perfection of wisdom. Other paramita is like this example is the same is blind person. You have a nose, you have ears, you have legs, everything. Other all faculties you have. No handicap, but no eyes. Cannot go any place because you don't know where you have to go. You cannot see any road. So other five is the same as blind person. Wisdom is who has eye. Who has eye, that person takes like other five people, blind five people in somewhere. They don't know where they have to go through, they don't know which road to go. So one person have eye, that person comes and help for this other five and take to the right path. So that kind of, the number 6 parameter is like wisdom is like that. So other five practices take into the Buddhahood. So the other five practices become causes of Buddhahood. Without wisdom, perfection of wisdom, whatever we does, virtuous deeds, is causes of samsara, like kind of like, we reborn to higher realms. So without wisdom, your generosity, reborn higher realms become worthy. And what we do, moral ethics, reborn to higher realms, become good body and looking good, and perfect. So that kind of like it. And the practice who has patience, then that person next life is like become like kind of like more happy and joy and all this auto level circumstances like condition is perfect, that everything is like joyful conditions. So without wisdom, this 5 of these practices like only come into result is come up to in the samsara highest level, then it's going to finish again. So with the wisdom together, and then this all practices causes of Buddhahood, not in the samsara, causes not some causes of samsara's happiness. With wisdom era comes, then generosity with wisdom causes of Buddhahood. Like same is like blind person don't know where have to go, so one person has eye that can take to the right path. So when you do generosity with wisdom, it's your generosity is go to enter Buddhahood. That is the causes of Buddhahood. So when you do the moral ethics practice, when you have this perfection of wisdom, the moral ethics practice is the causes of Buddhahood. So like that, that's why this last part is most important, but the hardest and difficult, very difficult to understand. The other teachers see this all philosophy, other perfection they share a little bit short. When come into this number 6 perfection wisdom, they talk about a lot because it's like you have to explain and logically have to approving that. That's the reason I think you read mostly already the way of Bodhisattva. When it come into the chapter 9 is like perfection, this perfection of wisdom. So then Shanti Deva, he have to debate with all the known Bodhis, and then he debated with all the other, like Vibhashika, Satantrika, Chittamatera, and he talk about the absolute truth, like logically approving. It's like very hard to understand that part. It's need a teacher. Someone have to go, follow by logically share the teaching. And then Chandakirti, also middle-way path, hardest part is the perfection of wisdom, number 6. Then Nagarjuna is middle-way root text. It's actually this one commentary of the 6, the perfection, the perfection wisdom. So this all mostly teaching is like try to explain this number 6 perfection, the perfection of wisdom refer to recognition of the absolute nature of reality, just as it is, means like reality, absolute truth. So hardest teaching, difficulty, but it's you learn, study, and then you into that make sense, you really recognize, then slowly your mind is not dropped, or it's emptiness, it's not dropped. That kind certainty comes in your mind. You study this Mayamika teachings, not dropped, everything's emptiness. You recognize certainty arises in your mind. But then realization is different, you know. When realization arises, then you are already become Buddha. So, or maybe like absolute truth Bodhisattva. Realize comes means. But when we study this Mayamika teachings, not dropped, certainty is 100%, right? Correctly, right? Not dropped. Certainty comes arise in mind. Everything's emptiness. So that's the study, the Mayamika teaching study, and the result is arise. Certainty, everything's emptiness, recognize. Then of course meditate, practice. So then you can get realization, become absolute truth Bodhisattva. So absolute truth Bodhisattva means who realize this perfection of wisdom, who recognize, but still that person have to practice, meditate. And that has real realization, absolute truth Bodhisattva. It's become first for me Bodhisattva. So that is the first absolute truth Bodhisattva. No, yesterday I share here is like when we receive this Bodhisattva vows, then we are become Bodhisattva. So that Bodhisattva means we are relative to the Bodhisattva, not absolute to the Bodhisattva. So now you meditate, practice this perfection of wisdom, then one day we realize, so that time we are absolute truth Bodhisattva. We get in the first Pimi level Bodhisattva, it's called first Pimi Bodhisattva, is absolute truth Bodhisattva. Until that, all is relative to the Bodhisattva. So thus, the Bodhisattva practice these 6 perfections. So then, Bodhisattva's practice is 6 perfections, no any other than that. Bodhisattva pay attention 24 hours, these 6 perfections. So when we practice the 6 perfection, all its Dharma is there. Then aspiring bodhicitta begin the moment we give rise to Supreme Bodhicitta. So this relative truth bodhicitta has 2, aspiring bodhicitta and engaging bodhicitta. So when is aspiration bodhicitta? Aspiring bodhicitta begin the moment we give rise to Supreme Bodhicitta, means like when we want to do things, this is 6 perfection. I want to practice 6 perfection. So that time is, then you have, you know, moment we give rise to Supreme Bodhicitta. So that time, then you have aspiration bodhicitta. Aspiration bodhicitta, when it's begin is when you want to do. So today, like, I want to going to join the teaching. So that is your aspiration bodhicitta. Aspiring bodhicitta means. Yeah. So then from that point onward, aspiring bodhicitta encompasses all the intentions we have for benefiting others through our body, speech, and mind, and all intentions we have for listening to the Dharma, contemplating its meaning, meditating, and drawing retreat, and so forth. So this all aspiring bodhicitta. Bodhicitta means thinking about others, wanted to benefit for others. I wanted going to join teaching, wanted to benefit others. That is beginning already aspiration bodhicitta. And then you think, I want to practice today, like kind of like we did like Buddha Shakyamuni practice, all this different Yidam Deity practice. I wanted to do this, wanted to benefit others. That is called aspiration bodhicitta. And you sometimes you think, oh, I wanted to go to retreat, wanted to benefit others. So that's also called aspiration bodhicitta. And whatever you wanting to do joyfully, and wanted to do something spiritual for benefit others, it's called aspiration bodhicitta. So then when is this aspiration bodhicitta is transformed to engaging bodhicitta? So then when we actually engaging in these actions that we intend to do. So what we wanted to do, so you are into that, then it's called engaging bodhicitta. So now we are in the engaging bodhicitta. So you want to listening Dharma teaching, that is an aspiration. No, you listening, you are into the teaching. So that is engaging bodhicitta. So then engaging bodhicitta has 6 perfections. When you listening Dharma teaching, 6 perfections in there. So that is the engaging bodhicitta. Everything we are actually doing then become the essence of engaging bodhicitta. So it always become engaging bodhicitta. Otherwise known as a bodhicitta in action. Sometimes we call action bodhicitta, engaging bodhicitta. Whatever says you are into that practice is called engaging bodhicitta. So aspiration is like, I want to benefit something others. Engaging is you are into that. So that's called action. All this relative truth, bodhicitta is subsumed into these 2 categories. No any other than that. Aspiration or engaging. So now we are considering ourselves is relative to the bodhicitta. The reason is because we receive already bodhicitta vows from our teachers. So when we receive the bodhicitta vows, we are already relative to the bodhisattva. So now what we have to do, our job is aspiration and engaging bodhicitta. That two is we have to do. So job is, then what is aspiration bodhicitta already told here, want to do, what is wanted to do? 6 parameter. For what? Why? Benefit for others. Okay, then engaging, of course, this 6 parameter. Engaging. So that is the relative to bodhisattva's job. That is our job. You have to recognize our job, okay? When you reach bodhisattva, you need to know what is your job. If you get the job, you know what you have to do, right? Sometimes who receive bodhisattva vows, they don't recognize what their job. Same is like someone applied the job, but don't know what I have to do. Same like that, we does like that. So now we recognize our job, right? Our job is we have to practice 6 parameter, followed by aspiration and engaging. The positive quality that issues from cultivating bodhicitta in this way are numerous. So then, where is the practitioner's qualities come from? So think about all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, realizers, spiritual beings. Where is their qualities come from? Their all qualities come from bodhicitta. Without the bodhicitta, then no possible is our. So that's we have to understand bodhicitta quality, you know. So we have to understand that clearly, you know, how does this quality come from? All the qualities arise. So we usually call about the special beings. Why it becomes special? Who's special? Who has bodhicitta? That person is special. So who is the child of Buddha? Who has come this bodhicitta? That is person is a child of Buddha. So Buddhist is not followed by caste, and no any races, like we already talked that, no bias, or is equanimity. You know, no bias, all sentient beings equanimity, everyone is the same. Then when is the difference? Why then we have some special beings? Because it's who has bodhicitta, that person is special. So other all beings the same. Who don't have bodhicitta, that is called regular beings. Who has bodhicitta, that is a special person, special beings. So then this all quality, our quality is come from bodhicitta. Special qualities come from bodhicitta. All Buddha's qualities come from bodhicitta. Bodhisattva's qualities come from bodhicitta. And otherwise, everyone is the same. So this bodhicitta transform, become ordinary person is transformed into special person. So we have to, you know, understand that way. That's why here is the positive qualities that issues from cultivating bodhicitta. In this way are numerous. All the bodhisattvas qualities come from bodhicitta. So you hear many teachings from Dalai Lama. So he share always when he was young and get the name of His Holiness Dalai Lama, but until like at least 20s and over almost like 30s, he just feels like regular person. He said like no any special, but then he received way of Bodhisattva, this teaching. He put effort, practice way of Bodhisattva. Then like become 40s, like he recognized like it's special. You know, that's like we can everyone can do that. Everyone have opportunity to do that practice. So that actually give us courage to do us. Because sometimes people think, oh, this being is very special already long time ago. So those like we thinking sometimes we spiritual special beings come from in the sky, you know, falling from the sky, same as the rain. And Buddhist like special being is like not come from the sky, no same as the rain. Same is like the seed growing on the earth, you know. Ordinary person is have to growing to the transform to the spiritual special beings. So that's a Buddha taught. No one is God the son of God, you know. All is the same. Everyone has a Buddha nature. Everyone have to recognize and grow our quality. Can you hear or no? Hello?
Yes,
I
we
think it's
We can hear.
We can hear.
okay. So little bit distracting. Looks like my video is like posting.
It is,
Seeing
but
your bandwidth is low.
the video is
Mm.
quality, but your voice is coming through normally.
Okay, so hopefully, okay. Yeah, so then we have to think that way, you know, positive quality that issue from cultivating bodhicitta in this way are numerous. All these positive qualities come from bodhicitta. In the immediate future, one who cultivates bodhicitta brings happiness and well-being to beings in the world and purify their mind stream of all obscurations. So we practice bodhicitta, and that bring the benefits, like temporary benefits also come from bodhicitta, and absolute truth benefits, happiness also come from bodhicitta. So that's the reason here is that in the immediate future, one who cultivates bodhicitta, so person who cultivated bodhicitta brings happiness. They get happiness. And we all want happiness. All sentient beings want happiness. No one wants suffering. So then we have to know where is the happiness come from. Happiness comes from also bodhicitta. And we're being to beings in the world and purify their mind stream of all obscurations. So all sentient beings, happiness is come from bodhicitta. And also we have lots of obscurations. This bodhicitta is purify all beings obscurations too. Our own obscuration and other beings obscuration too. Bodhicitta. So we're being in the world and purify their mind stream, or then automatically all the awakened quality of Buddhahood that blossom within one are due to bodhicitta. So all these Buddha's qualities arise from bodhicitta. So now we have a Buddha nature. We don't have Buddha qualities. Why we don't have Buddha's qualities? Because we have obscurations. And we have to purify that obscuration. Which practice help purify obscuration? Bodhicitta practice helps purify all our obscurations. So we have a Buddha nature. That nature is always be with us. How to recognize that nature, is practice bodhicitta. Practice bodhicitta, bring all the Buddha's qualities, arise the qualities. So that reason is automate all the waking qualities of a Buddhahood that blossom with ones are due to bodhicitta. Buddhas, as we understand them, are no other than the manifestation or embodiment of bodhicitta. So we recognize all Buddha is manifestation of the bodhicitta. All Buddha is embodiment of bodhicitta. Past Buddhas come from bodhicitta. Present Buddhas also come from bodhicitta. Future Buddhas also arise from the bodhicitta. So without bodhicitta, no possible Buddha. And that's the reason we have arhats, Pachika Buddhas. Why there are no Buddha? Because they didn't practice bodhicitta. That's why they're stuck in the arhat level and Pachika Buddha. So they have to come back again, have to create bodhicitta and purify subtle level obscuration and become Buddha. So they needed to get something the special method, bodhicitta like that. Without that, whatever they does practice is still stuck in the nirvana, cannot be enlightenment. So that's the reason all this enlightening quality is arise from bodhicitta. Without bodhicitta, no one can become Buddha. So then, without this, even if we try to practice the development and the complete completion stages of unsurpassable Mantrayana, it would be impossible to ever awaken to Buddhahood. So some people think without bodhicitta practice Vajrayana, I can achieve Buddhahood. That's also wrong idea, wrong thought. Without bodhicitta practice Yidam deity, also actually incorrect. What means Yidam deity? Embodiment of bodhicitta. So Yidam deity is embodiment of bodhicitta. If we wanted to practice Yidam deity, we also have to cultivate bodhicitta. If we don't cultivate bodhicitta, we cannot complete the Yidam deity because Yidam deity is embodiment of bodhicitta. So that's we have to understand. Sometimes like they talk about Vajrayana practice. Some people say very danger. They say they're actually kind of like giving warnings. Say don't practice Vajrayana. If you practice Vajrayana, you're going to get like wrong directions, get something like wrong area. Why they say that? Because without bodhicitta, practice Vajrayana is very dangerous. You know, and that's why, you know, Vajrayana practice always require bodhicitta. So you see each Yidam deity practice, beginning in the Yidam deity practice, refuge and take bodhicitta vow, and then 4 measurables, 7 branches, then going into the main practice. So that means without the bodhicitta, we cannot practice Yidam deity. And Yidam deity practice is followed by 3 things, 3 excellences. First excellence is bodhicitta. Second excellence is like visualization correctly. Third excellence is dedication. So follow that, you know, it's like whole structure is followed that way. Practice Yidam deity. That's the reason here. Right now, here is the without this bodhicitta, so means like even if we try to practice development and the completion stage of unsurpassed Mantrayana, Vajrayana, it would be impossible to ever awaken to Buddha hold. Practice Yidam deity without bodhicitta, not possible to awaken Buddha. Still we are stuck in samsara. So when we practice Yidam deity, so we have to practice bodhicitta because we have to know Buddha is embodiment of bodhicitta. So that's always like just me important. Like Buddha teaching essence is bodhicitta. So bodhicitta hold these 6 perfections. So you do the generosity, think about generosity, and thinking about your own benefits. So that is no bodhicitta there. And that is virtuous deeds, but no bodhicitta. So that is we call the lower waker practice. And when you do generosity, you thinking about other beings, wanted to benefit for them, 100% pure generosity, no any expectation. So that is called bodhicitta. That is the causes of Buddha. That generosity is bodhicitta. Then when we do the practice moral ethics, so no harming for others, and then of course cultivate virtuous deeds. Cultivate virtuous deeds is bodhicitta. Virtuous means like good intention. If we don't have good intention, then that is always no virtuous deed. The main point of moral ethic is like good intention. Without good intention, then no good moral ethics. Long as you have a good intention, is wanted to benefit others. That is bodhicitta. See, moral ethic need bodhicitta. Without bodhicitta, is moral ethic practice is causes of samsara. So not only stop harming for others, they don't thinking about benefit others much. So that's also good, but the practice is not going to bring to the Buddhahood. So long as you have wanted to good intention benefit others, so that's good moral ethic, is the causes of Buddhahood. Then practice patience, or it's like practice bodhicitta. Practice patience is bodhicitta. Long as you have a bodhicitta, good intentions, so then easy to practice this patience, and that practice is followed by bodhicitta. Patience followed by bodhicitta. Actually, essence of patience practice is bodhicitta. And then joyful effort is like wanted to help for others, wanted to benefit others. So practice dharma. Dharma is essence is bodhicitta. You wanted to do, happy to do that, happy to, practice that is joyful effort. That is bodhicitta. Then meditation also bodhicitta, because when we meditate, practice all different kind with always in good intention. So whatever we does practice is good intention, is bodhicitta. Then perfection of wisdom is absolute truth bodhicitta. Absolute truth bodhicitta. That is absolute truth bodhicitta. Meditate shamatha, meditate vipassana, meditate mahamudra. So meditate yadam deities. That's Guru Yoga. That's all practices absolute truth bodhicitta, part of absolute truth bodhicitta. So the main point is we finish it here is relative to the bodhicitta practice. So now, starting tomorrow or no next week, we go again to continue. The teaching is absolute truth bodhicitta. So all this Buddha's teaching is followed by bodhicitta. Without bodhicitta, it's no dharma. So that's the reason you have to think about all this Buddha is where it's come from, is bodhicitta. And bodhicitta is most important. So this 6 parameter is followed by bodhicitta. So we have to bring these 6 perfection is together, and the 6 parameter is bring one practice, have all these perfections together. So if we can do that, then all is this practice 6 parameters causes of Buddhahood is enlightening, causes of enlightenment. So that is the source of the Buddha's quality, these 6 parameters with bodhicitta. Okay, so they all finished their teaching. So now you have any questions, we can discussion question.
I have a question. So if you have
Yes.
good intention, when you have good intention, then you're having better bodhicitta. But if your intentions are wavering, maybe somebody did something, how do you purify intention?
We have to chant the prayer. And
Which one?
opening prayer has before teaching a chant. So you have to chant that again. That helps reminding
In
and
here?
mindful. Yeah. So
Altruistic motivation?
to chant that autistic motivation. So all mother sentient beings, especially those enemies who hit me, obstacles. So that then that's all the opening prayer.
Okay.
Yeah, chant that prayer.
Okay.
I have a
Yeah.
question.
Yes.
I don't understand why we want to benefit others. If
So
we
you
want
say-
to become, so if we want to become Buddha, is it a selfish motivation? I want to become Buddha, but before I want to become Buddha, I have to benefit other beings. So I use the benefit of other beings to become the Buddha. So ultimately, I'm selfish because I want to become the Buddha. So I use the means to benefit other beings to attain my selfish goal to become Buddha. I don't understand why we have to benefit other beings.
Mm. So benefit others, like actually that really benefit us. It's a special method. So why we are samsara? Because due to selfish. So that's no questions. Then how to let go selfish? So let go selfish is practice bodhicitta helps let go selfish. Bodhicitta is antidote to the selfish. Then selfish is gone, and then we have become Buddha. So that is
So
using very special method.
So main point is because of suffering. When we get, because suffering, because we are selfish. And so because we want not to be selfish, not to be suffering, then we have to get rid of our selfishness. So we have to benefit all beings, and then we can become Buddha.
So
That's
you have
the
good
lesson.
okay. You have good intention, wanted to benefit others. You have that mind and good intention. So that help you to become your Buddha. And even you
Okay.
don't, even you not benefit all these beings, but you have, long as you have good intention, so good mind, good thought, that help you to become Buddhahood. So we say we're going to benefit others. Of course, like mind generating, the mind generation, it's called mind generation. And so one day you in authentic mind, like really your mind arise to that kind of courage. So that time your bodhicitta practice is successful, not object. Object is like we cannot finish object benefiting others. So say, oh, I want to benefit all beings, then I cannot benefit these people, I cannot benefit these people. You think that all the specific things, then that is thinking about object. Object is never finished. If you think that way, then Buddha also cannot be enlightenment, because Buddha not finish free from beings hunger. Buddha not finish mother beings free from in the lower realms, still there. Buddha Shakyamuni not finish free from samsaric beings suffering. But Buddha has good intention. His mind is already reached that level. No finished object, mind is already reached the level.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you practice like bodhicitta, like authentic intention arise your mind. So then that time you
Sometimes
have
I don't-
joyful, good happiness. If you wanted that kind of authentic, like, you know, if you want really truth happiness, where does it come from? It's bodhicitta. What means bodhicitta? Authentic intention.
Sometimes when I try to help, I remember once I was in a bus, a person who was blind coming to the bus, and I tried to tell him what way it was, and he was so angry at me because he think that I was just assume that he's not independent enough. So I kind of feel really, really stuck. So I just be quiet because he was so angry. He actually yelled at me. And I just thought, why do I even want to help him?
Yeah, but okay, that's a good. Many people has that kind of, you know, obstacles too. So that's actually that's really great for you. Think, okay, so many beings have ignorance. Like, you know, you have good intention, other people don't receive that from you. So you recognize that person has selfish emotions. You have to cultivate the compassion to that person, like not lose your courage and not lose your good intention. So that bring you more effort. Yeah. And
Okay.
then of course, like you need good intention, want to help for others. Even if that person say, I don't need help. Okay, so you don't need help. It's okay. You don't need help. That's great. So your mind always have like that kind good intention. That's that is called authentic bodhicitta.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So you need like that kind of object many, okay? So then you can practice more. You found a treasure for you actually.
Thank you.
See, that selfish people has like that thinking, you know, that's why you have to recognize that person is emotional, selfish, ignorance, don't receive the good heart.
Why
Yes,
did you
Karen?
say the arhats? Why did you say the arhats are stuck? They can't get to bodhicitta because why? Or bodhisattva because why?
Our hearts is they don't have enough bodhicitta.
Okay.
So they meditate the selflessness of a person and realize that. They of course has some compassion, but not thinking about I want to benefit everyone or beings. So that they don't have that good authentic motivation. Like so without that cannot enlightenment. And then they of course have compassion, they have a love, but when they practice it's like they put their own effort. I want free from samsara. So focus that all the way. So then they reach the nirvana is arhat level.
Thank you.
You reach the ahara level, it's okay, but very selfless, free from suffering, but you cannot much benefit others. The reason is like you didn't practice bodhicitta. Bodhicitta, right now we practice this cultivating bodhicitta. That is very powerful, means never end. That aspiration, that practice result is never end. And even you are Buddha, so then same as the Buddha is a son, you know, like benefit so many other beings, like continually. So that is all come from bodhicitta. Okay, so then who has questions? No questions. I think everyone is okay already. So now you recognize bodhicitta, yeah? 6 paramita today teaching. Okay, so now you can ask question also evening again. And I'm going to chant the dedication. So we have 7 o'clock practice again. I'm going to do the Amitabha, Buddha Amitabha. And the prayer. Ema Om Sara Sanje Nama Daye Da Yes Jo Tu Je Jembo Da Yonde Zemban De Jen Do Na La Sanje Sansen Pa Min Kor Ji Kor De Jen Om Sara Ba De Me Ba Ye De Wai Jin Ye Sa Wei Yen Gan De Da Yen De Ne Tsen Pe Jur Ma Da Je Wai Yin Je Par Ma Ju Ba Ere jene nande yarndong yo ndege dage molan tabandi soje sanje sansen danje je kemen ro bara sinje la de so Tiyada benzandaya awamoda mayeso sanjo semjo boje maje bananje jorje jeba nyamba me baya kongme gongden bewario sonamde yedam yeziba onanyin bedana banze de jiga nanje balan ruba Teben zolen jowa jowa yo jambara pawe jadaran jembadan kende zambo deyan de ye Deda genje jiza dalo jenge wan da dam jera mo jiza genje jije Demderan ela wandon de gong barin jem barje sem ba sende Jedo de zang gong ben den jorje. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Kempo. But before
Thank
we
you.
leave,
See you.
before we
Yes.
leave,
Oh,
I
yes.
want to say
Yeah.
happy birthday to Elvira. And I have a little cake for you that you probably can't see very well, but it's got a little bee on it for you. I'll give it to you when I see you next tomorrow. So if anybody wants to sing, we can do that.
Happy birthday to you.
you.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday to you.
Happy
birthday,
birthday, dear
Elvira.
Elvira.
Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
We hope you have a really wonderful day, Elvira, celebrating your special birthday. You're very special to all of us, so enjoy.
Thank you, Avura. Happy birthday.
And I was going to ask, what is the last prayer you say after the one, the Bodhicitta, after Amitabha and Bodhicitta? What's the name of that rest of the prayer you make, if I may?
Sonam deye tamje zikpanye. It's in the book.
Is it the book?
Yeah.
I like to make them with you, but
It's 157. It's after the Kajul energy practice. So that says, by this virtue may I achieve emanation, be defeating enemies, confusion, may all who travel on the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death cross the ocean of samsara. I chant that, and then I chant as Manjushri, the Vero realized automatic state, and as did Samantha, but I will follow the path and fully dedicate all the merit for all sentient beings. Then I chant, may the teachings of the great Digompa Renashiri, who is the omniscient Lord of Dharma, Master of interdependence, continue and increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation until end of the samsara. So there's 3 prayers inside there, but it's not together. So okay.
okay. Thank
So then I wanted
Thank
to share this tomorrow. Tomorrow we have to practice this 11:30. Could be 11:30 because 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock. I have the prayer in the His Holiness Dalai Lama's birthday tomorrow. Organized by the Office Tibet and all these Congress people, Nancy Pelosi, and this all the Congress people and the Tibetan president, they all come together. So I have to chant the opening prayer and when finishing the dedication prayers. So this is starting 10 o'clock morning and East Coast time. So there could be takes 1 hour and 30 minutes. I don't know how long. They also really don't know how long take 100%. Okay.
Yeah.
The
Well,
reason
we
is
can come.
yes.
We can come.
Yes, you can watch the online. You can watch the Facebook Live.
Where?
The Facebook Live is in the flyer has like I don't know. This Marilyn, can
someone
you share
do-
the flyer into the?
Send the email.
I
Yeah,
didn't
It
get
is
it.
in our webpage. It is
Yeah,
in our
we-
webpage.
We can add it to, we can share it on Facebook
here, I
too,
can.
the flyer.
I can show it right now if you.
Yeah.
A second.
We will start each practice after that.
Right.
So we do practice after that. Yeah.
It's Facebook Live, but there's
Do we
no-
come back here at 7 o'clock for something tonight?
Yes, 7 o'clock.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
There it is. But
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Tibetoffice.org?
yeah, it looks like that's what, maybe they have the information where it's, yeah.
I have it here. Okay. Beautiful. Thank you. I'm glad I know.
Okay. Thank you, Marilyn.
Okay. Should I shut it down now? Is it okay, everybody?
I have it.
Okay.
So some is from Canada. There's some from US.
Oh, great.
The parliament. I think it's the parliament people. It's a Congress.
Yeah.
Since tomorrow.
They're like
Oh,
Tibetan
two
Buddhist.
members of parliament from Canada. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there are several.
Yeah, that's great.
So then, not everyone not everyone in the flyer. Some comfort after flyer. They make flyer send after some. I think Congress or Senate they confirmed again. They say they're coming. So they say not everyone in this flyer. So that's the reason they don't know how long take time.
Okay, good. Beautiful.
So
Actually,
could be 1 hour 30 minutes. So tomorrow we just think about 11:30. So we can start and practice. Could be.
Okay.
Okay, so have a wonderful day, evening. See you after 7 o'clock.
Okay.
everyone for the birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Okay.
Bye. See
Bye,
you at 7.
everybody.